He was feared by many and under the police radar for some time. Recently, the police reported that one of Jamaica's most notorious hitmen was cut down, Ashardo McFarlane, OC Boise, or Hardball. Hi again and welcome. This is Link 7 TV. Let's talk, and we're about to discuss this on the program. We'll be right back after this short break with the details. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for the program. This is Link 7 TV. Let's talk. When we look on our generation of young men and the life they choose in order to sustain their own life and also their own well-being is a cause for concern. And when we look on the space of crime and violent acts which involve male as well, it triggers many speculation as to what's been happening over the past few years as it relates to the moral values within these households that these individuals come from and with what is being said and what is being done in order to curb this problem. Recently, I came across a story of one of Jamaica's most wanted hitman. He was wanted for various crimes committed in the St. Anne's area and also in Linstead, St. Catherine. And the police are now reporting that they have finally cut him down in what police said was an intelligent led operation that led to the demise of this notorious and heartless killer. So we're going to bring you up to scratch as it relates to what the latest we have to bring to you as it relates to this report. So recently, one of Jamaica's most feared hitman was cut down during an operation carried out by the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Unit of Jamaica, which is known as CTOC. Ashada McFarlane, OC Boise, or Hardball, grew up in St. Anne's, Jamaica. He grew up and became a cold-hearted and merciless killer who eventually gained stripes in the criminal underworld and became one of Jamaica's top hitmen. McFarlane wasn't a part of any gang. He only did contract killing as requested by other gang members. So what this individual was doing was he was taking money in order for the demise of other people. So for the year 2020, he was wanted for 9 murders and was under the police radar and was a person of interest for 2 other murders. One of those murders was the father of a senior member of CTOC. And as you know, CTOC is the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Unit within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. So he was wanted for that as well. So it is alleged that he was hired by the Spanish Town-based Klansman gang to kill the family members of those in CTOC as a means of intimidating the CTOC team. On Monday, October 26, McFarlane was taken down after he encountered the CTOC team in Duncan's Pen, St. Catherine. The Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Unit CTOC is a 2014 upgrade of OCID, the Organized Crime Investigation Division. It comprises of specially trained detectives and individuals who have been working tirelessly to solve crime in Jamaica. They have also been working with foreign law enforcement agents in order to solve crime as well. So the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF said that this week they have took out one of Jamaica's most feared individuals to date, and he was killed along with 2 other men, one of whom is suspected in several murders committed in Linstead as well, Bogwalk, and also the Riversdale area in St. Catherine. So Ashada McFarlane, otherwise called Boise, was a contract killer who operated in the parishes of St. Anne's and also St. Catherine. So Ashada McFarlane had a lengthy rap sheet, and we're about to divulge the details of his lengthy rap sheet that has left many puzzled. So he was wanted for the murder of Millicent Fisher Gunn, committed in the vicinity of the NCB Bank on King Street in Lincoln, St. Catherine on the 14th of the 8th, 2020. And we're going to bring you back to that story that we had reported on about this murder. Yet another sad situation to report on, and this time this incident is coming out of Linstead St. Catherine. Well, a well-known senior route inspector employed to the Transport Authority was shot and taken out while she was seated in a bus on Friday morning in the Linstead bus park. She has been identified as 58-year-old Marceline Fisher Gondon, and reports from the Spanish Town Police are that around 5:30 a.m. Fisher was sitting in a parked vehicle when a lone gunman approached and opened fire, hitting her in the upper part of her body. A man also that was standing alongside the road was also shot. Miss Fisher and the injured man were taken to hospital, where Miss Fisher succumbed to her injuries and the man treated and released. Miss Fisher, who was employed in the supervisory position at the state-owned Transport Authority, was on her way to work dressed in her uniform when this unfortunate situation occurred. She was gunned down nearly 3 years after her two sons suffered a similar fate in an incident in Linstead, St. Catherine. So what really transpired here now was that back in 2017, Miss Fisher lost her two sons and her life was also threatened back in that incident. And she left the community, and it is stated that she returned to the community stating that she believed in God and that no one could trouble her. Now look what transpired. We're going to divulge the incident of what happened to her two sons back in 2017, and just to update you so you have a more detailed understanding of what is really going on in this case. So the individuals that you're looking on screen now, those are the two sons of Miss Fisher. And the headline of this news report states that Linstead family live in fear after two brothers taken out in months. So that was the incident. So within a matter of 28 days, one family lost two brothers, and that's Delvin Dunn and 26-year-old Deval Dunn, in a recent surge of violence that took place in Linstead, St. Catherine. The younger brother, Deval, was killed on December 16, 2017, while the elder brother was taken out on November 18, 2017. So that was just like a few days apart. But the family members are now concerned that the mother of the two may now be the target of the criminals, and that was back in 2017 that this report was outlined. In the year 2017, one of the brothers states that there is some mix-up going on with his brothers in Linstead. He states that he can't swear for them, but there has been a string of killings in the town. The family is stressed. My mother is taking it real bad. I know she is being threatened that she is next. A brother of the two who spoke to a reporter back in 2017 state that in the year 2017, one of the sons states that he moved his mother out the community after the death of his 28-year-old brother, but she returned to the community. The mother stated back then that she is a Christian and she is not doing certain things, and she not gonna make because of them she run away from where she come from. But she is worried and still in fear of her life. The brother stated back in 2017 that he could not swear for his brothers, and that the 28-year-old one was considered a don in the area. The brother states that people like to blame and target his brothers for things that are happening in Linstead, but he states that his brother Delvin did not uphold with some of the things that the criminals wanted to do in the area, including robberies, and as such he was taken out because he did not want to engage in certain type of lifestyle. He further revealed that his other brother Daval had gone to the station to report a previous criminal case, and when he was on his way to the taxi, a man chased him and shot him 13 times. So that was what transpired in 2017. Fast forward back to the year 2020, and Miss Fisher would become a victim of what transpired to her two sons back in 2017. So the sons who were taken out weeks apart back in late 2017 are 28-year-old Delvin Dunn and 26-year-old Daval Dunn, otherwise known as Shane and Dane. One of them, Delvin, was reportedly a don in the Linstead area, which has been hit by a series of gun murders, mainly in broad daylight. At the time her sons were killed, the family claimed that Miss Fisher was also receiving death threats and had to be taken out the community, as I said before, but she later returned after the incident calmed down, and she was still in fear of her life, but she believed in the Almighty and states that she was trying her best to live a good life and that she was not involved in anything, so she was not really that scared to come back to the community. Millie, as she was affectionately called by her friends and family, was a jovial soul who no one expected to die in such a violent and brutal manner. One individual spoken to reporters states, Millie never deserved to die that way. She was on her way to work. She was seated in the front of a bus and somebody just walked up and shoot her, one alleged eyewitness said. One of her surviving sons states that she was a very loving and caring person and she was just a joy to be around. However, he is heartbroken by the recent events of what transpired to his mother and also his brothers. She was a jovial, hardworking woman, a people person. Everyone in Linstead knew her, and her fellow employees loved her so much. This is hard to deal with, the son said. Well, what transpired to this female is very sad as she was loved by the community. However, back in 2017, her two sons were taken out in what people believe were gang-related activities as it relates to gunmanship in the area. Continuing with his lengthy rap sheet, he was wanted for the murder of David Drummond committed at Palms District in Treadlight, Linstead, St. Catherine on the 16th of the 7th, 2020. He was also wanted for the murder of Clifton Green, committed at Watercourse District in Riversdale, St. Catherine on the 19th of the 9th, 2020. He was also wanted for the murder of Ronaldo Williams, committed at Orangefield District in Linstead, St. Catherine on the 21st of the 8th, 2020. He was also wanted for the murder of Yoshan Isaacs, committed at Swamp Lane in Bogwalk, St. Catherine on the 2nd of the 8th, 2020. He was also wanted for the murder of Roshan Chambers, committed in Vanessa Lane in Liston, St. Catherine on the 12th of the 9th, 2020. He was also wanted for the murder of Delvin Alexander, otherwise called Starkey, at 105 Apple Avenue in Mansfield Heights, Notorious, St. Anne's on June 17, 2020. The Jamaica Constabulary Force have reported as well that he was wanted in connection with crimes committed in the Notorious area of St. Anne's, Jamaica. He was also wanted by the St. Anne's Police in connection with 4 cases of wounding with intent, an incident of shooting with intent in which he fired at members of the security forces, and also wanted for robberies in that section of the island. McFarlane was among 2 killed during an alleged shootout with the police. The other is Jamil Omar Simit, otherwise called Black Man. The police said that they were acting on intelligence and carried out an operation in regards to the kidnapping and suspected murder of Linstead resident Kenroy McPherson. Reports are that a team from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch, CTOC, were conducting an intelligence-driven operation in Duncan Spen area of St. Catherine in connection with the investigation of the kidnapping and suspected murder of 29-year-old restaurant supervisor Kenroy McPherson. The police have stated that they have been utilizing intelligence and a combination of technologies. The team of investigators moved to intercept a white Toyota Fielder in which the men were traveling. Upon seeing the police, the man reportedly opened fire at the police and a shootout ensued. When the shooting subsided, both McFarlane and Simit were found suffering from gunshot wounds. A Remington 9-gauge shotgun was seized and the police rushed both individuals to hospital where both of them succumbed to their injuries. So this individual was under the police radar for some time and police has been tracking his every move and his every step. He was wanted for a number of crimes committed in the St. Anne's area and also listed in St. Catherine, and the police have detailed his lengthy rap sheet, which involves a number of murders committed in the Linstead area, and the most recent one was the one of Millicent Gunn, that individual that was employed to the Jamaica Transport Authority. I believe she was a supervisor there at the time when she met her demise, and she was on her way to work when McFarlane shot her. A few months or a year ago, her two sons also were taken out in a similar fashion in Linstead St. Catherine. What I can't understand is why these individuals decide to choose this path of criminality and crime. And look what transpired in the end. This individual, he was so cold-hearted. He did not care. He did not value life in one way or one shape or form. And at the end of the day, the police, they were tracking him and they were watching his every move, every second, until they look and articulate their plan in order to make the best strike. And he was not giving up as well. He decided that if he's going down with a fight. And a fight he did put up, which led to his demise. This individual was feared by many in St. Anne's and in Linstead. He was wanted for more than 9 murders committed in Linstead area, and he was said to be a contract killer that gangs would hide from time to time in order for the demise of other gang members. We're gonna leave this one here for now. You can just drop it in the comment section how you feel about this story, and what do you believe that authorities can do in order to shape the minds and hearts of these young individuals, especially the males that are growing up in this time, and this time that we are living in with so much crime and so much violence, acts of criminality. And this is the way that these individuals decide that they want to live their life. And we see how it has transpired and how it has ended the life of many of them. We are gonna leave this one though. This has been Links 007 TV. Let's talk, and thanks for watching. I'm out for now. Have a blessed and productive day.